Well, hello, my beautiful people. Last time we were stargazing with Misaki. We talked with Akira about Rui, because they were arguing. Then we stopped Ari from being bullied, man. It was oh my god. That one almost made me cry, I'm not gonna lie. Don't bully people. Just remember. Alrighty, let us get started. Oh, this is right after we talked with Ari and everything and we're back in class, so let's continue. Afternoon classes are just as dreary as the morning, with one key difference. Yahiko is absent. The teacher seems relieved. If anything, when he catches the empty gap in the seating chart, he chirps about linguistics with a heightened spark in his eyes. Yahiko doesn't return for the rest of the day. Where the fuck did Yahiko go? I drift in between lessons, trying to bring myself to delete the number on my tablet. I can't do it. What's the number on the tablet? After what feels like an eternity, classes finally end. Masato doesn't come, Rui doesn't come, Yahiko doesn't come. I'm still in the silent as my classmates hurry outdoors to savor their precious hours of freedom before the gates are closed. Elizabeth is one of them, marching away with her growing crowd of groupies. Misaki is the only one to drop by my desk. Have you seen Rui today, Yama? Rui? No. If anything, I should be asking about her presence. I haven't seen her in a while. I see. If you see her, please take care of her. What do you mean? He only sighs vaguely, a furrow to her brow. Please. Then, without another word, she turns and strides off, flicking her phone between her hands. Take care of Rui? Why? How? More questions, fewer answers. This is getting ridiculous. I restlessly swing my backpack over my shoulder and head out of the classroom. If I'm not getting answers, I will just have to find them myself. My first instinct is to look for my friends from a high vantage point. Shortly after arriving, I quickly realized that it's a terrible instinct. Even if I had perfect eyesight, it's not like I can see through buildings. What made me think that I could find Rui from the rooftop? I'm just about to leave, but I catch a flicker of motions in the corner of my eye. Purple hair. Wavy purple hair. What a bloody prat! Yep, that's definitely Elizabeth. I round the corner to the pack part of the rooftop. The general more fuck. I'm sorry, I can't read for shit right now. Let me get the the generally more isolated area. Sure enough, my favorite Brit is settled on the edge on the bench, nose shoved deep in the pages of a paperback book. I quickly recognize it as the popular dystopian series, The Famine Tourney. Interesting. Didn't think she had a time to read fiction between those textbooks of hers. Who's a bloody prat? She doesn't even glance up, clearly absorbed in the print before her. The President Ash! I can't stand squirmy grits like... She throws off, then slowly looks upward. You! She leaps to her feet, thrusting the book in front of her like a broadsword. Good day, Lizzie. Don't tell anyone. She quickly slides her book behind her, looking down. That was a delayed reaction. I'll take it to my grave, just like you being a barista. Great! I feel so comfort. You don't trust me? I'm her. Do you blame me? I want to bite back with a teasing remark, but my tongue is stiff in my mouth. Trust, a fickle thing. Elizabeth's brows furrowed at my change of mood. She slowly closes the book, evaluating me for a long moment. Are you worried about the disappearances? For a second, I'm flabbergasted. It's almost like she read my mind. What? The main targets are academy students. It's some cause for concern, isn't it? Oh, right. That wasn't exactly that wasn't exactly how I've been thinking about the disappearances, but does it matter? People die anyway. My, I see you have sky-high expectations of humanity. What can I say? I'm an optimist. She smirks slightly at this. It seems to soften the hard lines on her face. It prompts me to speak. You know, sometimes you're not that unbearable. Oh yes, I try to answer your every beckon and call. I can tell from the encouragement you shower on me. Well, I am known for my nurturing spirit. By people on drugs? She actually giggles, extracting a chuckle from me. Getting along with Elizabeth. What's going on? It probably won't last, but maybe I should see where it goes. Should I keep talking to her? And it's not like I like her or anything, like, you know, like, I don't like purple. Like, purple's not my favorite. No, purple isn't my fucking favorite color, oh my god. But it's not like I have, a thing for, smart, pretty girls with purple hair. The only thing that I don't like is her attitude sometimes. But when she's sweet like this, it's like, cool, you know? But not today. No, I'm just kidding. Keep talking. Yeah, why not? I don't have anywhere else to be, and honestly, this could be fun. I take a moment to glance over her stack of tomes. Aside from The Famine Tourney, her selection seems to weigh on the mystery side. Works from Darther, Own Coil, Sorti Dayer, Kagata, Ritsi, and more. I also catch multiple outliners in the romance department. These your favorites? I've yet to decide. The genre is proving to be enjoyable so far, though. So, you don't know the endings? Her face promptly drops into a cold scare. Don't you dare spoil them! Spoil them? Me? I would never. I'm burping a little bit, I'm sorry. I just had a lot of food right now. Oh man. Okay, stop thinking about food yet, because you could be eating. Like, I want to go get a bag of chips right now, but I'll think about that later. I peer over her shoulder at the famine turning. But you know, if I were you, I wouldn't trust that baker boy. Yama, I just said. And the archer girl, the main character, well, don't be too startled if she kills everyone else in order to win at the end. Oh, stop it! And the little sister, she may or may not turn insane and become a serial killer. Fine! She promptly slams the book shut and slides it back into the pile, withdrawing a fresh one. Looks like Dr. Omne's Coils, the dog of Gargamond. I'm sure I'm pronouncing all of these words correctly. Spoiler alert, the main character dies in the end. Again, she hastily returns the book and takes another one. Sir Dorothy's Dryers, Galty Night. Spoiler alert, Shush! The main characters end up hating each other's guts and swear to become eternal rivals. Are you going to keep doing that? Are you going to keep doing this? He looks genuinely upset, so I quickly retract. Loss of my humor. I was just making it up. You what? Want me to cross my heart? Hoping to die would be better. You must save the best for last, my dear. She snorts at this, shaking her head in disbelief. My god, you're exactly like... Her eyes shuffle away, sparking my curiosity. Exactly like... Well, you know, Mr. Darcy. Some sort of, from Pride and Prejudice. Oh wait, no. Was that me? Oh no, that was her. Not that you know about that book anyway. Actually, I read it. You have? Her surprise seems genuine rather than condescending. I decide to respect it. Why, certainly, Miss Burnett. I do consider myself to be well-read. Elizabeth straightens, her lips twitching in a courtish smile? I don't fucking know that word. It appears your considerations for one being well-read are substantially lower than your normaties of society, Mr. Darcy. Well, naturally, it is in accordance with the quality of my company. I beg your pardon? After all, dear Elizabeth, a poor Miss Burnett you would make. You are but half English. As for you, Mr. Darcy, you are twice condescended as your original counterpart. Why, thank you. It is not to be thankful for. A proud man I may be, but I know where to place my gratitude. Is that place one that exists in this world? Naturally not. So I thought. This is actually fun. When Elizabeth loosens up, her wit and intelligence makes for a playful combination. Not that she'll actually be Elizabeth Burnett, or that I would be Mr. Darcy. After all, in the end, they fall in love. Just a thought sends me into shudders of revulsion. A small question for you, Mr. Darcy. What might that be, Miss Burnett? What brings you to the rooftop? Your undying beauty. She flushes brightly, even though I was just joking. You taint those words with your... What the fuck? I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it on screen so you could Google it, you know? Just Google that word. What the fuck does that mean? Capriciousness? What? Even he doesn't know. She quickly loses the mask of Elizabeth Burnett in her fervor. You cannot say romantic things so easily. It loses its meaning. What makes you think I meant it seriously? Well, no, but for example... She clears her throat and stares me dead in the eye. I love you. Wait, what the fuck? Despite hating her? Do I hate her? Yes, I hate her. I nearly flail backwards, my stomach turning over. What the heck? I didn't mean it, but you see... No matter your intention, words have power. Are you telling me that you love me to justify this? And you tell me that you love me to justify this? Well, it's not like I bloody meant it. Then why do you say it? To prove a point, see? You're riled up. That's exactly how I feel when you... When people throw words so casually. And now I know why this girl can't handle a joke. Still, I guess to some extent, it makes sense. I don't want to admit it, but her counter-argument is actually valid. So, that's why you were always on my case for throwing around my words. Of sorts, yes. She clears her throat, protectively hugging a book to her chest. Honestly speaking, I didn't hate you. Really? Well, not at first. So what traumatic event lost Her Majesty's favor upon me? Strangely enough, she ignores my mocking tone. Her gaze is deadly serious. Well, when... What is that? Cell phone? Well, that was unfortunate timing. I wait for Elizabeth to continue, but she immediately retracts, digging back into her book. Answer it. She doesn't really give me another option, so I take a look. Who's it gonna be? Please be the Crimson Crusader or whatever. No, who is it? It's Ruri. Hey! What was her voice? Hey, are you busy right now? I need some grunt labor. Great. Marvelous. Masa then. What the fuck? Fuck, I just said it right now. Get marvelous Masa then. Courtyard, now! I'm actually disappointed as I slide my phone into my pocket. This was the closest to a civil conversation that I've gotten with Elizabeth. Well, Miss Barnett, it looks like duty calls. As you know, I have so many admirers to see. She snickers lightly. Oh, I will count on it. There are, after all, 7 million blind people in the world. I snore. That was actually a passable comeback. Cheerios, Miss Barnett. Goodbye, Mr. Darcy. Don't come again. I will, Miss Barnett, just for you. Well, if I shan't stop you, if you wish to publicly humiliate yourself. I only roll my eyes at her and shut the door, setting my steps towards the academy courtyard. My pace is lighter than when I first arrived. Unfortunately, my thoughts sober as I approach the courtyard. Why didn't Ruri contact me earlier? Where has Yahiko been? Or Masato? I guess that they have their own lives. Ruri's in drama club, Yahiko has his happy club, and Masato, well, we're not exactly on talking terms. Besides, it's not like they're obligated to babysit me every day, logically speaking. Ruri is leaning against 3 humongous suitcases by the nearest benches, biting her lip furtively as she twirls her fingers in her skirt. Oh good, you came! Well, yeah, I came as soon as I saw you. Right in my pants. Sorry, I had to make that stupid joke. I see how it is. You only call me when it's convenient for you. The bitterness in my tone is only half joking. Ruri doesn't seem to notice this. Hey, you're the one who hasn't joined any clubs. I curve my tongue at this comment. No matter how much I like to snap back, she's right. It's my own fault. So, what is all this about? I'm going back home for a while. What? Where did this come from? Although, judging from Akira's words earlier, I think I know why. I mean, I'll still come to school every day and everything. It's just, you know, a little commute. I noticed that she blatantly dodged the question. It's an hour commute to another side of town. Well, on the bright side, it's less time with you. Ha ha ha. It is less time with me. With Masato, with Yahiko, with anyone. She feels painfully distant. Really though, it'll be nice to spend some time with my parents. You might want to consider doing the same thing. My house, it's 3 hours away, Ruri. In, I don't know, entirely different city. You haven't called them in a while, have you? I only shrug. I don't hate my parents. In fact, if anything, it's the opposite. I'd hate to cause any more trouble than I already have. Better to leave them in peace and quiet. Well, we should go. If I miss the train, I'm stranded here. For a while, reckless moment, I seized with the impulse to make her stay. Not that I actually do it. Let me guess, you need me to carry the luggage. Well, isn't that what friends are for? What kind of friends do you have? She playfully bumps my shoulder, but it still feels foreign, stilted. Really nice ones that help an innocent maiden with her luggage, right? I grab 2 of the suitcases and pull them by their handle. They drag me against me, protesting with weight. What do you have in here? Bricks? Your brain. Ah, it's so big. You mean it's so dense? I chuckle at this. Rui smiles shyly, pulling the remaining suitcases alongside me. Thanks, Yama. Oh my god. Oh, fuck, that's good water. You ever take a sip of water after not drinking it for a while? You just, and oh, it feels so good. We head to the train station and we head to the main street in silence, staring everywhere but at each other. It's not until we settle on the bus stop when I find myself with words. I resolutely tap my fingers against the worn metal zipper of her case, searching for my thoughts. Why would he call me instead of Masato? He's the kind of guy you want for this. I don't think so. Anyway, Masato must be busy with track and honor society, and yeah. He shouldn't have time to notice little things like this. Her answer only cultivates more confusion. In a way, you're moving back home. That isn't exactly little. Well, still, it's distracting and weird and honestly unattractive. Am I speaking the same language as anyone at the school? Of all people, I would have thought I could at least understand Rui. I've grown up with her. I knew her. Heck, in some ways, I knew her better than I knew myself. Can't she change that much in just 2 days? Look, Masato's your friend and you're moving. That's all there is to it, right? Clearly, I'm getting nowhere with this. Where's Yahiko? Rui relaxes slightly at this abrupt change of topic. Busy. How busy? Who knows? Probably just wanted to skip out on helping or something. I wanted to inquire further, or at the very least, tell her about the exchange between him and Haru, but we arrive at the subway station just then, cutting our conversation short. The platform is haunting empty. The orderly benches are completely free of cigarettes, gum, or scraps of paper. It's as if they never been sat on. Furthermore, the only person in sight is the attendant at the ticket booth, and he's currently snoring. In a way, it makes sense. Not only is this a minor station, but Isamu is known for its strength in security and prosperity. Why would anyone want to leave that? No, it's still strange. The platform has some pretty decent traffic when we were heading to District 8 the other day, but now it's completely empty. Even in this quiet spell before rush hour, is it really unreasonable? Come to think of it, how is the city reacting to the disappearances? I live in a bubble where the only reactions I see are one of fellow students. I have no clue what the common office worker is thinking, or the common housewife, or the common fast food worker. Is the city afraid? Or am I just looking too much into this? Rui quietly tugs at my sleeve, clutching her pre-bought tickets in her hand. This place gives me the creeps. Didn't you go home yesterday night? Oh gosh, don't remind me. I swear there was a zombie hiding in the corner. Boo. I burst into laughter as she leaps away, flailing her arms wildly in my direction. Yama! Well, see any zombies? I wish Miki was here. She could return the favor with, I don't know, a little. Scared? 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 Say, an innocent little bug. Don't you dare. Or maybe a big hairy spider with huge eyes and pincers that click together as it... Come here. I lunge towards her. She darts further down the platform, giggling lightly. Dude, I fucking hate spiders too. I bolt towards her, but a sudden shadow darts across the edge of my vision. Get away from me! What? I stop short. Rui also grinds to a halt. 2 academy students are sprinting across the platform on the opposite side of the track, weaving between the columns and jumping over benches in their haste to what? At first, I think they were just having a casual race, but when the second student crashes into a trash can and plants into the ground, the first one doesn't even spare him a glance. It's Yahiko! She gestures to the student who just took a nasty fall. I look again, stomach dropping as I recognize the familiar head of blonde hair. Yahiko? What's Yahiko doing here? He's struggling to pull himself to his feet, clutching at his ribs. His face is twisted in a way that I've never seen before. Harsh angles and contorted lines that make him look a completely different person. The other boy, who's currently halfway down the platform, is bony and pale, with brown hair that hangs over his eyes. It's Soji. Oh no, don't tell me this fucker's gonna try and kill himself again. Fucking Soji. He's gonna jump on the platform watch. Soji and Yahiko? What are they doing here? Isn't Soji supposed to be missing? If of course the words of Ari's bullies can be trusted. Why are they running? What's going on? I said go away, get away! Soji, don't be like this! I hear the faint blare of the incoming train. Soji staggers closer to the tracks, a wild look in his eyes. I know what I'm doing! What? I should give him a voice, like, should I give him this kind of voice? No. I should give him fuck, what's a good voice for him? I know what you're trying to do. I know why you're here. You're too close, Soji! Rui bolts forward, but I catch the glint of a train and snag the collar from her jacket. Don't, you'll just hurt yourself. The words slip from my throat, cool, slimy like a serpent. But... Yahiko suddenly throws himself at Shoji, tackling him closer to the train. Rui tenses, but doesn't move. Get off! No! You're not in your right mind, Soji! Soji socks him straight in the jaw. Yahiko flinches backwards, but keeps his grip secure as he drags himself to his feet. The train blares its incoming approach. What is he doing? I swear, Soji, if you fucking die here, if I had to save your ass again, like literally, if you die, I'll be pissed because I jumped in the river to save you. And if I had to save you again, I'll be pissed because that'll be twice I saved your life. Shoji wiggles in his grasp, snapping his feet at Yahiko's knees, but Yahiko refuses to buckle. He stumbles closer to the track, ignoring Shoji's fingertips prying at his hands. The train surges closer as they pass over the caution line. Stop fighting me! Let go! Ruri clutches my arm, staring pleadingly at me. We need to help! We can't. What? No, we need to call police, hospital, someone. It's too late. Lights flare in the tunnel, and the train barrels closer. Ruri slumps against my chest, eyes blink. I swear, Soji, if I had to jump, I'm beating your ass. Soji braces his feet against the ground as Yahiko staggers to the edge. They're screaming now. Half of the words are indistinguishable, drowned by the roaring horn. Kill! Just stood! Watch! Not fault! Disgusting! Liar! Finally, Yahiko winches his arm. Shoji teeters over the edge, limbs thrown back. The train thunders forward. I absently cover Rui's eyes with my hand, my gaze fixated as he... You dumb motherfucker. You stupid piece of shit. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. Fuck you, Shoji. Falls right beneath the nose of the train, which steamrolls over him, blood spatter over its splatter over its front. I barely catch a glimpse of Yahiko's face, transfixed with twisted horror, before the train pulls to a stop between us. What happened? Yama, what? My head begins to spin as red pulses before my eyes. Oh, no! Yama, listen to me. You're okay. You'll be fine. I stumble backwards, my hands groping for a wall, a bench, anything. My stomach winces with nausea. We're in Isamu, Yama. We're in the train station. You can breathe. You're okay. The smell of iron and smoke plummets my nostrils. My vision twists into monochrome. Ruri fades out of sight, her words blurred in my ears. Fine. Don't. Okay. Here. I fall away from reality, the screams of passerbys ringing in my ears. Here, I'll give you a shot. I hate shots. It's okay, this one won't hurt. Are you sure? Well, not too much. Circle, circle, dot, dot, dot. Now you got the cutie shot. So I won't die? Yeah, that's what shots do, right? Yeah, thanks, sis. Boom. What was that? Hey, what's going on? Mind where you're driving. I can't help it. Oh my god. I had a sister. She's gonna die in front of my eyes, isn't she? Good heavens! What is out there? Ice. Sorry. Ice. Lots of it. Sweepers must have been delayed. Well, pull over. Do something. Just sit tight and be quiet. I need to concentrate. Mizu, I don't like this bus. We'll be fine. Don't worry. Damn it. No! Yama! No! Oh my god. Jesus. Fuck. No wonder this kid has so much problems. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. Okay. I think she'll be okay, right, guys? She's just fucking impaled, but she'll be fine, right? She's just sleeping. Mizu? It's okay. Get off, sis. I can't breathe. Mizu, get oof. It's off. I said it oof. What the fuck? It's on. Let me try that again. That was stupid. Mizu, get off. Why aren't you moving? But please, sis. Officers, a kid's alive back. How? Air pocket. Looks like glass. Quick, get. gonna be alright, right guys? Misa's gonna be okay, right? Did it. Get him to the girl. Didn't. Instantaneous. Sir. Civilians. Escort. Away. Give back you! Oh my god! No! No! Hannah! Roshi! Where? Please! My eyes should open, and I clutched at my chest, coughing violently. A hand immediately grips my shoulder, and I feel something cold and solid at my lips. A glass? Water? I guzzle it violently, throat burning as it slips into my stomach. My vision finally begins to clear. I'm bundled up in a large comforter, reclined against my sofa. Ruri is kneeling in front of me, her expression riddled with concern. She hesitantly brushes her fingertips against my forehead. They feel like ice. You're burning up. She hurries back into the kitchen. I hear a comforting gurgle on my faucet. The warm scent of chicken broth drifts through the air. What happened? The words escape from my throat in a croaky groan. Ruri quickly returns and slips the newly refilled glass into my hands. I sip at it, slower this time. You were in shock. You lapsed twice as we came to your apartment. Thankfully, it didn't fade until we got here. I mean, Yahiko and Soji. She freezes, her expression flickering in pain. I didn't see. Everyone rushes out of the train to see what happened. There were police, ambulance, reporters. It was a mess. I narrow my eyes at her. Her hands are clasped tightly, shaking in her lap. Nervousness? Definitely from trauma. Not quite. Are you hiding something from me, Rui? They arrested Yahiko. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, I'm bringing out a character right now. What the fuck? They arrested Yahiko. What? He was currently being detained at the station. He's currently being detained at the station. How long have I been at... My chest suddenly seizes, pushing me into a coughing fit. Rui disappears into the kitchen and comes back with a bowl of steaming chicken noodle soup. Eat this! I work to spoon the food into my mouth, but my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Rapid thoughts, one after another, are pounding in my head. Did Yahiko just kill someone? Did Shoji just die before my eyes? Oh, let me... She takes the bowl from my grasp, holding the spoon before my lips. Feeding me? Really? I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Let you starve? She quickly jabs the spoon in my mouth. The warm, savory liquid soothes my throat. I instinctively hum in approval. It's good. Well, duh! A thought dawns on me as I take another spoonful of soup. What happened to your luggage? Luggage? You were going back home. Oh, well, plans change. That does tend to happen when you see someone die. Does Masato know? I don't know. You haven't told him? Well... Where's he been? Has he contacted you? No, he hasn't, okay? And he won't. He grips the bowl in her hands, her shoulders slumping. For the first time, I notice how tired she looks. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. No, it's okay. But what's been happening to all of us? How are you feeling? Fine. I see the bloodshot veins in her eyes, and the deep shadows to her skin, and how there's no life to her smile. Liar. Come here. I take the bowl from her hands and place it on the ground, then slide my arms around her shoulder, rubbing it gently. She seems to collapse wildly, hiding her face in her hands. Why is this happening? It's okay. I don't understand. First with Masato, then Akira, then Yahiko. Everyone's leaving. Leaving? Don't worry. I won't leave. She relaxes on my words and wipes her sleeve across her face. Well, it's not like anyone else will put up with you, right? Right. Her mood seems to lighten, but her brow flickers in concern. You saw Mizu, didn't you? I nod silently, trying to swallow past the lump in my throat. Okay, what the fuck is happening? Okay, I got a theory. Because she said, why is Masato leaving Akira and Yahiko? Okay, first one. This is what I'm thinking. Masato likes Yuri, right? I don't know this 100%, but I think Masato likes Yuri. She rejected him. Then she got in a fight with Akira because Akira likes Yama, right? The main character. So they got in a fight. And Yahiko's going to prison. Damn, I just solved it right now. Okay, did I read this part? I nod silently, trying to swallow past the lump in my throat. Yeah. And? It's okay. This wasn't the first time. I tried to pass this off as a joke, but Ruri grows deadly still. What? Maybe this wasn't a good idea. What am I supposed to say? I nearly drowned yesterday? Never mind. Yama, tell me what happened, now! Her eyes pierce through me, and her mouth is set in a hard frown. Looks like I should just come clean. I almost drowned yesterday. You know the Rainbow River? Shoji was drowning. I thought I could save him. But that river... I know. It was the very first reason why my family had moved away from Isamu. Because of what happened in that river. The river that, miles further upstream, bordered a certain elementary school. I've been born and raised in Isamu, and I had a sibling, but after the accident in the river, I frantically... a frightened bus crash that results in around 30 casualties. Well, we didn't stick around. So we moved. Nice town, 3 hours away. A quiet place called Seto, where we were supposed to start over. A town where I met Rui and Misaki. But then, when Rui's parents found a job in the prosperous metropolis of Isamu, they couldn't hesitate to take them. Not when they were still working through the aftermath of the recession. So Rui came to Isamu, and I came with her. But back to the cursed city and its cursed river. You know how dangerous that river can be. You can't even swim. Yama can't swim? I can't swim either. Yeah, well, there's a reason it turned out the way it did. And when were you going to tell me this? The edge to her voice alerts me to just how desperate she is. Distressed she is. Is it really such a big deal? You could have died! Well, I didn't. That's not the problem, Yama. You don't tell me anything. Her sudden outburst stuns me into silence. She grips my shoulder, fingers curling through the comforter and digs into my arm. You're always hiding things. I never know what's going on. Well, don't you trust me? Why? Her voice is shaky. I work to speak past the numbness on my tongue. I don't hide anything from... Then what about Shigori? What about the investigation? What about the serial murders? What about... He gripped my shirt, tears dripping on my comforter. You haven't told me anything. That you've been staying up late. That these things keep happening to you. I don't know what you've been doing after school. I don't even see you around. I burst out the one thing on my mind. How did you know about the investigation? Is that what's important right now? You're investigating serial killings, Yama, and you don't have any Yama, and you don't have training in anything, and you're just a kid, and you can't do that. Can't do what? Can't do anything? Can't do everything? Can't do anything? Has there ever been something that I could do? Not a good student, not a good son, not a good investigator. Tell me, Rui, is there anything that I'm good at? You know, being an average student, it's just fine if it keeps you alive. I can't live like that. If you keep this up, you're not going to live at all. Don't you get it? I'm fine with that. What are you even saying? I'm sick of being useless. My anger is burning to my tongue. I spew whatever comes to my head. Why have you stuck around me, huh? Why have you stuck with such an incompetent excuse for a human being? You sure don't get anything from it. The only thing you're incompetent at is telling me when important stuff happens in your life. Like, oh, I don't know, that the fact that you almost drowned yesterday. And am I really even a friend to you? What kind of friend? What kind of friend? What is a friend? Someone who makes you feel nice and cozy? Is that what you're... Is that why you were... man, I can't read. Hold on, let me just sip water. This is getting really good. I'm like getting... Whew. Is that why you were with me? Sticking around someone you know you're better than at anything? Probably makes you feel really good about yourself. Shut up! You don't know what's been happening. You don't even care. You don't even ask. You just sit back and do nothing. Do nothing. I no longer need... Should I get rid of that kind of voice like a smoker? I no longer see the need to expense resources on a worthless assistant. Why don't you try at anything? You're the genius. Figure it out. Rage floods to the tip of my fingers. I can feel venom slicking over my tongue. I do nothing. I sit around my apartment and twiddle my thumbs all day. Yup, that's me. That's Yama Ishimoto. What a kid. What a stupid, arrogant kid. Did nothing while his older sister, would have done... Did nothing while his oldest sister, would have had so much potential. Yama. You know what she wanted to be? A defense attorney. At 9 years old, she didn't even know what it was. She just asked our parents what's the best job to protect people was, and they said lawyer. So she had her heart set on being a lawyer. Meanwhile, what did Yama want to be? Godo Yama Ishimoto wanted to be a, wait for it, tree. Yes, I kid you not, a tree. The kind with leaves and a trunk and all that crap. Why? Because trees were tall and green, and he thought both of those attributes were pretty cool at the time. Stupid, isn't it? You know what would have been better? If Yama died and Mizu had lived. I would have liked that. Wouldn't you have liked that? Don't blame yourself for that, Yama. It wasn't your fault that she died. It was a blizzard. bus driver, the sweepers. You shouldn't have been on that bus in the first place. I like to think that I would, and maybe for a while I did. I clench my hands until my fingers are digging grooves in the base of my palm. But you know what? Someone keeps bringing it up. Well, what? You could have left me alone. You could have let me forget, but you didn't let me. Why? Why do you keep nagging me? Why are you so insistent on sticking around me every day, every hour, every minute? What? I can't do anything on my own now? It always needs to be with you. Tears fill her eyes and spills on her cheek. My eyes and throat are burning. My tongue feels like it's on fire, but I can't stop. Dude, you're fucking this up, Yama. Shit, she's just trying to be a nice person. It was fine. Life was fine. And then you came. You made me think of her. Do you like it when I suffer? Do you like seeing me in pain? Well, congratulations, because you did an excellent job. She slapped you. My head swirls harshly to the side, cheeks smarting from the impact of Rui's palm. She stares angrily at me, tears dripping from her chin on the carpet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for caring for you. I'm sorry for sticking up for you. I'm sorry for spending time with you. I'm sorry for being a terrible burden. I'm sorry to myself for putting up with such an arrogant, thankless person all these years. Her every word socked me straight in the gut, even though she speaks quietly. Thanks for being honest with me. I didn't realize that I was such a horrible person. Horrible for worrying about you. Horrible for being upset when you could have died yesterday. And I wouldn't have known at all. But by all means, keep telling me. It's not like it's my own fault or anything. She storms to the front door, swinging her backpack over her shoulder. Goodbye, Ishimoto. She slams the door behind her, leaving me in a fragile silence. Anger burns from my stomach to the tip of my fingers. I seize a wild urge to grab something, anything, and smash it against the ground. But anything I look at, I can't bring myself to break. I glance out the window. Rui's already heading out the gate. I toss on a light jacket and tear down the stairs, grinding to a halt at the gate and making a sharp turn to the opposite gate. The only way to expel this is a walk. A nice, long, comfortable, death-including walk. I break into a run as the cold air hits my face. I was fine. I was perfectly fine. Ruiz was the one who freaked out. She always been that way. Always nagging me. Always giving me a hard time. She felt excluded. Who was the person who went home yesterday? Who was the person who never talked to me? Who was the person who made me run around the Isamu forest thinking that she'd been brutally murdered? I just can't take it anymore. Any of it. I close my eyes and pick up speed, feeling the wind blister my face, my lungs plead for air. My heart is throbbing painfully against my cheek, but I don't bother stopping. And that's where I'm going to leave it. But yeah, why? It's getting so good. Because I feel like right here, it's gonna be super long, this whole, thing. And I don't want to make this, a 2-hour long video. Because it could be literally a 2-hour long video. This game is really good. Okay. But fuck, man. I was thinking, who's the murderer, right? Because we probably met them already. But so far, no one's the murderer. Yahiko tried to help Soji. Rui, even though she left and was excluded, she has her own, shit going on. Misaki is, hates her mother. Akira, is Akira. Ari is Ari. There's just so much fucking things to think of right now. Like, everything is like a puzzle in my head, and I'm like right there trying to connect the fucking dots right now. I'm thinking hard and everything. Everyone, well, except Elizabeth so far, because Elizabeth's always is okay. We don't know her story at all, but everyone's been like a fuck up, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, there's something happening, and it all, I feel like, has something to do with Yama a little bit. Well, except Yahiko. But like Masato, Akira, and Rui, all of them, for their attitude, right, has something to do with Yama. I feel like we are in a love, like, square. Well aligned, because Yama doesn't love anyone. But you know what I mean? I need to think. I need to think right now. If you want to learn more about whatever the fuck I'm thinking about, like, just comment down below and I'll tell you my fucking theories so far. I'll give you a fucking essay. Anyway. Fuck. If you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Fuck, man. This... Like, I want to play more. Okay, man. This is farewell, and as always, bye-bye.